I'm going to make another circular style pattern here for my ombre quilt. And so what I've done is I've fastened some hexagons together. I just put a piece of tape on the back of them. And I'm going to centre this on the fabric, probably just by eyesight here. I think that looks about right. And then I'm just going to draw around the outline with a heat erasable pen. This is the friction pen that I use sometimes. I'm going to use dark navy for this project, so it's okay that my lines are dark. They'll be covered mostly by the Sashiko sewing. And these lines should iron off anyway. Once I've drawn this circle of outer edges, I'm going to do the same on the inner edges. Oh, I'm missing and drawing on the cardboard, but that doesn't really matter. I'll still be able to reuse them. Now I'm going to draw around this inside. So I am keeping to my kind of circular theme here. And when I take this off, I'm going to draw each line in between to make the hexagon shape. So I have a ruler to do that. Depending on how this comes out, I may do another one the same as this, but do it on the darker square using white thread. Once I've got this all drawn out, I have some templates. I'm just going to draw a different pattern in each hexagon. Probably some quite simple patterns. Choosing the patterns will be fun. You can end up with the pattern being spoiled by the shape around it, so that you don't get the full effect of the nice design within the template. I think that one though will work quite nicely. So I'm going to draw that on and then we'll just see what that looks like. It is just a little bit hard to see where the edge of my hexagon is through the plastic. I've used these templates a lot since I bought them. I've found them to be very useful. One there. I think I got it. All right. So that's one done. Let's have a look what else I might want to use. Oh, there's one here with hexagons on. Doesn't really fit into the hexagon very well though, so might not be such a good idea. That's a pity because that would be quite cute. And that's too big a pattern. I think that's a maybe. Well, on this one, I think I may just do one of the diamond flowers. that fits really well. So if I can just find the right point to start it at, I think that will be a good one. So I'm just drawing this particular flower here. Yes, I like that. I'll put that to one side. I may use that pattern again on another diamond. I think those are too close together. Okay. I like that one. I'm going to draw this one in. All right. Let's see what else we've got. I think this one might look quite good. Okay. My favourite little cherry blossoms. I have to put one of these on. Put that right there. This is one of the ones that I have used more than once. I almost wish I'd picked this one up first and I would have done more than one block in it. In fact, if I do the navy blue one, I may just do all of these cherry blossoms. I think that would look nice. Not that one, okay. I already know that's my favourite. Then the centre I'm going to leave empty. Oh yeah, this is always a good one to use. I've used this one several times. Oh, well, I've missed a few there. Let's see if I can just sit that back on there and mark those in. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and start some Sashiko on these. My Sashiko thimble, and of course I'm starting with a knot here. So I'm just going to start with this one. And I've decided I am going to do the cherry blossom in hexagon ring. So if you keep watching, I'll show you how that turns out. There are no stitch markings on this one, so I'm just following the pattern just the way it is. I don't think this will take too long because each of these little patterns within the hexagon is quite small. and to go into that corner point to make sure I have a nice pointed corner. And of course, don't forget your attention control. I think when I've done this one pattern, I will go around the outside of the hexagons. And I can see that I've missed a straight line there, so I'm just going to draw that in with a ruler. Not sure why it's so easy just to miss some of what you are drawing, but it really is. Looks about right. All right, so I'm going to continue this on, and I'll show you when it's finished, really. I have this block done. I'm quite pleased with that. These patterns that I put on here, of course, I have my favourites. This one, do you see that? That was actually quite a difficult one to do. I just couldn't seem to get any organisation in which direction I should be sewing in. And so that was not my favourite one to do. And I'm glad I did it on a small section because, you know, if I'd have marked it out on a great big area and had all those problems and then not wanted to do it, that would have not been a good idea. This one I thought would be difficult because of its shape, but actually it was very easy. I just went backwards and forwards in a line with it, and it worked just fine. And of course, this one is my favourite, but all in all, I really like this. It's come out good. So I am going to do a dark version of this, but as I said, I think I will just do the cherry blossom in it to make it that little bit different. That's a nice clear image, and I just wanted to show you this pen does have a little tendency to blot. Do you see that there? And I do quite often find that with some of these white pens. The other Jousius that I had didn't really seem to do that, but this one does. I don't think it'll be a problem. I think it'll still iron off when it's finished. And some of the ink has also got on my stencil, which I do see that quite often, and that does just wash off. So I'm going to go ahead and Sashiko this now. I'm almost finished this, but I thought I would just show you how faded the lines have become. Remember how bright they were at the beginning with all that ink on them? And so they've really faded quite a lot, and this is, you know, what tends to happen with these pens. There is still enough markings there where I can quite clearly see where to sew. But in comparison to how bright and white they were at the beginning, and a lot of those blotches have disappeared. So I think you can see that if I show you this bit, I haven't ironed this at all yet, but really you couldn't see those markings anywhere anyway, despite how bright they were in the beginning. Nevertheless, I will still be ironing this when I'm finished, but I've just got this last little bit to do, and then I will show you it when it's finished. I'm just doing this last little row here on this now. So I just need to finish that off at the back and give it a press. I'll do that, and these two will be done. And I really like this. Blue is a really pretty colour. The white shows up great. I love the cherry blossoms. And I think these two are probably my favourite two blocks that I've done on the quilt. And I'm very attracted to these hexagon shapes as well. I really liked the English paper piece in hexagon one that I did. And I even thought about doing another block with the paper piecing in this shape, but I think it would be too much. So not many blocks left to do, and I'll be able to start putting this quilt together. Thanks for watching.